week to say let's not do this unless we have a full party. How does everybody feel about like moving forward with this evening?
I'm good either way.
Yep.
Yeah, basically same thing. If we're, I mean, we have currently like a party of 5, but we're missing 2, and Loki we know isn't gonna be here, but
Okay. All right, so let's do it. We'll move forward. I do want to review one thing about Novakri. That is, she currently is out of spells, but she does have the laser rifle that does shoot radiant damage, but that radiant damage is not magical. And your check last week showed that the dragon is resistant to radiant non-magical damage, amongst several other things. So she does have a weapon that can fire at the dragon on her person, but it will, if she hits, there will be some reduction in the damage.
And she gets her spells back with a long rest. She doesn't get them back with a short rest. Okay.
Correct. I actually did some digging to see if there was a mechanism in which 5e would let a spellcaster get their spells back. The only classes that get things back with a short rest, sorcerers get their sorcery points back with a short rest. Warlocks get their stuff back because warlocks are their own breed of stuff and things.
They only have 2 or 3 spells to cast anyway.
Right. What is it? Magic. Do. Wizards can take a feat called like Arcane Recovery or something that lets you get like a couple things back based upon your level, which I didn't know was out there. That's kind of cool. And apparently druids, if you're a Circle of the Land druid, you can recover certain spells with a short rest too, but that's really it. There's no item, there's no feat, there's no like skill that lets you do it in 5e. Because I was like, I hadn't even thought of that. That would be amazing. If you're just a spellcaster that you're like, yeah, let me just like sit down for 20 minutes. Good to go. Let's do this.
Yeah, warlock.
No, fair enough. But okay, so you guys are in Bryn Shander. What are you guys gonna do?
We already talked to everyone, right?
Yeah,
we did like the couple of minutes and getting a hold of people. So and we already rested.
Yep.
So are we getting the horses and heading to East? Are we going to East Haven? Or are we heading to that
Goodmead or
crosswalk right there and then go south?
I'm gonna pull you guys back over to this map. Because we can actually draw the lines and map this out better in case you guys want to do something that's not on the path. The dragon's path is pretty obvious. It just makes a big loop around to Bryn Shander. So if you want to use the horses, it will there are 2 options. One is Velen can cast the spell, hence burning her access to it, and that'll be in like moments, and they're there, and they will last an hour. Or she can cast the spell as a ritual, at which point it will take her an hour to do that.
I think time is of the essence, and so I would be okay with her burning an actual spell slot. If we need to use it again, then she can cast it as a ritual. And the other thing that I want to pose to the group is, do we want to go directly to like East Haven if we're in Bryn Shander? Because East Haven is also another larger place that we might actually be able to set up a defense or do some damage to this dragon, versus um, the shithole or the other one next to it.
Yeah, the only problem is good mead provides all the mead for 10 towns.
Well, at least for us.
Gotcha. Yeah, can't be
I
sacrificed.
think all of 10 towns, right?
Yeah, but
Yes.
they want only.
You guys entered into a
Also for us, but
negotiated
yeah.
contract with them. Yes.
We can go to East Haven and go with an army from East Haven to Goodmead. Maybe.
Yeah, I think what we do, I feel like those towns, like you're saying, they're kind of gone, and so if we can do any work with the horses and get set up, have people set up in East Haven to do the same sort of thing, but like ambush the dragon, and anything we can do without putting ourselves at risk.
And the dragon has a half an hour before he's even at the shithole.
You guys have about, at this point, you guys probably have about 20 minutes because Rothgar ran an errand as well.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I
that's
asked how long it was going to take.
No, we rolled dice. You
Yeah.
ran an errand.
I remember.
In that case, you haven't told. You didn't tell me that they have it or not.
They didn't have it.
You suck.
So if just real quick, if you guys take the horses, if you have her burn it and then that's no longer an option, and you take the horses, you could make it there in about I'd say 40 minutes overland. You guys could make it there in about 50 minutes ish. You could make it about here, and then suddenly you'd be walking for 3 miles to get to East Haven.
And how much time do we have before the dragon is in East Haven?
Let me go back and pull up the timetable. No, I know where it is. Hold on. There it is. It is. All right. So the dragon will take approximately 30 minutes to totally level Dugan's hole. It will then travel for about 30 minutes to get to Goodmead, and will destroy that in about an hour. And then it will travel for an hour and a half to get to East Haven. So it's going to arrive in East Haven at, what do we got? We got 4, 5, 6 in about 6 hours, 6.5 hours from now. Apparently my cat's into this, so
Doesn't like your math.
he doesn't like my math at all. But if you allow for the destruction of Dugan's Hole, it will arrive in Goodmead in a little over an hour, hour and 10 maybe.
So it will arrive in Goodmead at about the same time that we would arrive in East Haven.
No. You would beat it to Goodmead traveling with the horses by about a half hour, 20 minutes, half hour or so. If you traveled to Bryn Shander on the horses and made it there, and then had to travel three miles, give or take, by foot, that's going to take you probably an hour and a half in the snow without anything.
Maybe we go to Goodmead and evacuate. Evacuate the mead. I mean, but evacuate the people.
I think that was like the plan of like getting the birds and everything out. People should be trying to evacuate Dugan's Hole and Goodmead now, kind of getting to East Haven, get to a more barricaded place. If you need to, it might be head to Bryn Shander. Even though that's part of the plan for the bad guys, it's still like, yeah, but we want to, it's still the most advantageous place for us.
But we're going under the assumption that the birds even made it there. They could definitely not be there yet.
That is correct.
Okay.
The other thing to consider that I know somebody made a check and was aware of this is that coming down from the northwest was a snowstorm that was it seemed to be a large snowstorm that was moving towards the 10 Towns area.
Yeah, I remember that.
That just gives me ammunition.
I've got snow bullets. Those are called snowballs. Not for me.
Not when they're this deadly. So yeah, maybe we should just head to, the crossroads, and then head to Dugan's Hole as quick as possible, because if at this point we can beat the birds or whatever, that might be
If you guys are willing to travel like overland and not the road, you guys can make it to Goodmead in time. You're not going to make it to you would make it to Dugan's Hole while it was being destroyed.
So I think our best bet is to try to get to Goodmead and just kind of write off Dugan's Hole for now.
Yeah, that sounds like the winner. Though it seems like Ziada has had a change of heart and she doesn't want Dugan's Hole to get burned alive.
No, trying to evacuate them. We're not looking to get them burned alive. It's still a shithole. And so it's like, burn the village. Maybe the shitty people. But leave, because it's going to be weird if it's 9 towns.
Hey, you want to visit 10 Towns? I mean 9 Towns?
It's not going to be that hard to rebuild a shithole.
Hey, I've got an idea. What if we build a shithole on top of an old shithole? It's anybody who watched Futurama, then when like old New York is underneath New York. All right.
You think New York's a shithole?
Well, it depends on where you're at, but yeah, I've never been a huge fan of New York.
Not a fan.
All right. So,
wife and daughter, on the other hand, they love it.
You know what? Like, everybody's got their stuff. Like, I used to really enjoy going in the city for a couple things, and then as I got older, I started to like crowds less and less. I was like, nope, I'm good. I don't need it. No thanks. But all right, so the plan is, and I'm just making sure that I've got this down. You're going to have Valin burn Phantom Steed, which she may not be able to cast again. Once that's gone, that's off the table. Those are no longer a thing that's there. You're going to ride cross country to get to Goodmead. You're going to set up in preparation for the dragon.
So she can't even cast Phantom Steed as a ritual after that?
So you can't cast it as a ritual if you don't have it as a prepared spell, this particular spell. We have not rolled to see what Valin has at her disposal for spells because she was a captive for so long and did not have access to her spell book. So she may not have been able to get that back. Nobody has stopped by to grab her spell book at this point, and therefore she does not have everything that she could have. I'm willing to I'm willing to do some percentile die rolls to find out what she does and doesn't have, but yeah, that's what we got right now.
Where is her spell book?
You don't know.
She doesn't know?
No, she doesn't want to tell you.
Okay, so it's not in Bryn Shander.
It is not in Bryn Shander.
Okay.
So that is the plan.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Okay. She puts her hands together, rubs them, and says some words of the arcane nature, something along the lines of Alakabim. And suddenly there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shadowy crag cat looking creatures that have saddles affixed to their back. And she just like strides over to one, throws her leg up and jumps on the back and says, "Let's do this."
Let's go.
All right. Riding your phantom crag cat steeds. Let's just for shits and gigs, let's just do this. Where are they? All right, let's do this. I'm on the wrong thing. Come on. For everybody who hasn't seen crag cats, that's what you've got. And your crag cat leaves Bryn Shander, heads to Goodmead, which means I should pull up the map of Goodmead to see, so you guys can see what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
All right. That is the town of Goodmead. What do you guys want to do to try to prepare for the dragon's strike? You notice, I will also say that you notice that as you get there seems to be like some sort of commotion and movement, as it seems that like people have started to be told something or made aware. As you approach, you see that there are people like outside of their homes and like the buildings and like whatnot, and it looks like people are starting to spread the word about needing to evacuate.
We have no interest in just aiding in the evacuation. We like and trying to get to East Haven before the dragon. Maybe we can help them get out faster, or do we really want to have our stand be here?
I think this is more ambush rather than stand, but yeah, I'm thinking a little bit.
Okay, is it going to be just us against the dragon, or are we going to try to get some aid from people in Goodmead?
I don't know if there's any one of these lunatics that I would want aiding us.
You don't want Roger, the druid?
We have a different druid. I mean, it would just ruin the whole feng shui.
He does do some interesting things with illusion magic in his eyes.
He does do interesting things, yes.
He talks to bees.
He does things.
Dolan, you missed out on that. There's a whole series of events with Roger and folk.
I don't know, missed out or...
Yeah, happily. It sounds like.
I think Harvest would have gotten along with Roger. You guys would have hit it off.
Who doesn't Harvest get along with?
I mean, and that's the question.
Who be announced, right? I mean, there's got to be someone. Okay, so you guys get there. Like I said, they're starting to they're starting to sort of like the hubbub is going on. Like, what do we do? Where do we go? What's our course of action? You guys can try to aid in this, or you can kind of like the message was basically sent. Take what you can, retreat to safety, either in the wilderness or to Bryn Shander. Bryn Shander probably offers the most in the ways of a defensible fortress. And I think we talked last week that like it's almost ingrained in the peoples of Ten Town that like in the times of strife and danger, Bryn Shander is sort of like the beacon that everyone retreats to because of its walls, because of its history, because of what it's been able to withstand in the past. It's like Helm's Deep, right? Like it's the place that surely can't be breached. And so that was the messaging that you guys kind of helped coordinate and get sent out. If you guys don't want to take part in that at all, that's fine. I just want you to maybe show me what your plan is and what's going to happen. Like if you're going to try to set up an ambush or what you're going to do.
Tom, do you remember when we rallied an entire town and fought off an invading army all by ourselves?
I do. You know, sometimes moments are made to be legendary.
All without our other party member apparently was a waste anyway.
Well, yeah, when you look over at your party member and they're drooling on themselves, yeah, that's when you're like, let's just make this up on our own. We'll do it.
So then are the people of Goodmead going to Bryn Shander? Is that sort of where they're going to take off to?
So that was, I mean, if you want to stop and ask them, you can do that. But that was the messaging that was sent out. Gotcha. It was like, find safety. If you can arm yourselves to protect yourselves, try. But like effectively, dragon. Dragon. And everybody in the world of where you're at right now in all of Faerun, if somebody says dragon's coming, hanging out in your wood thatch hut with a pitchfork isn't going to do shit, and everybody kind of knows that. So,
do we see anybody who is fortifying or looking like they're down to fight?
You know what? Give me a perception check. Get some dice rolling in this dice game.
Reading. Okay.
11. Well, what you do see is you see that like it's getting towards like I believe it's like late afternoon right now. So like it gets dark early because of the whole sun never rising and everything. But you see that there's like it seems that there are more lights. It's my mouse. Come on, there we go. There's more lights down around here, like down around the mead hall, which you would anticipate because that's kind of like the town hall. It's like it's one of, if not the biggest buildings in the center of town. The party that was here before knows that it's basically like the center of everything. And then you see like people sort of moving about. With an 11, I'll say that you also notice that like right over here, there's like a dude that's just like tying himself to a tree going, I'm going to last it out. Just like somebody in a hurricane, just a lunatic in a hurricane.
Can we go to the hall and see who's there and maybe discuss amongst the people who are probably discussing what they're going to do in a plan of action?
You can do that, but I'm going to say that it's going to move the clock forward with regards to how much time you will have to set up anything that you want to set up. So I'll put a pin in what you want to do, and I'll ask the rest of the party, what do you guys want to do?
Do we have any idea how best to try to get its attention?
Do you mean like trying to like hurt it? Do you like what do you mean get its attention? I'm not trying to be cagey. I just don't know what you mean by that.
Get it into a position where we can actually attack it, or is it just going to like hover above everything beyond range and just rain fire down?
Well, so that's a great question. That's a good point. So that's what dragons do. So I would say, without having to make checks, and after like learning about it last week, you know that that's probably what it's doing currently to Dugan's Hole. Is it's just flying by, breathing fire, exploding whatever it wants, and then strafing and circling around, waiting to roll like a certain number on the die for a recharge, because that's how it works in 5th edition, and then it's going to come back around and do it again. And so, as far as getting its attention to stop doing that, you could find a way to attack it. You could, I guess, you could potentially try to talk to it or do something. Just be like, hey, what's up? You want to stop by for some mead? What's happening? I mean, you could do that. But in all sincerity, I want you to tell me that, like, to figure that out.
Okay.
I do have a 2nd level spell called Earthbind.
Go on.
Hold on. Trying to. Bring it up. My computer's taking forever. Okay, so 2nd level Earthbind. So it's a range of 300 feet. So I can choose one creature I can see within range.
Okay.
Yellow strips of magical energy loop around the creature. The target must succeed on a strength saving throw, or its flying speed, if any, is reduced to 0 feet for the spell's duration. An airborne creature affected by the spell safely descends at 60 feet per round until it reaches the ground, or the spell ends.
Okay. All right.
The duration of the spell is 1 minute.
Cool.
So
You know what? That's a cool spell. I did not know that you had that, nor do I think I've seen it used. So just know it is a dragon. So
Right.
it's
Exactly.
gonna have decent like
Strength.
save. Yeah, just saying.
Exactly.
Not to mention it is a construct dragon. So it's probably pretty strong. But yeah, cool beans.
But that is also part of why we loaded up the
Arrows.
yeah, well, the arrows and the bows. So, we have some magical stuff that we're shooting the dragon with, because I have no way of hitting this thing either. So
yeah, I know. I took, what was it, one of the crossbows? I think it was.
Yeah.
I think you grabbed
longbow?
a crossbow. Not it wasn't a heavy crossbow. I think you grabbed a crossbow. I think that there were 3 short bows that were grabbed, and you filled it with like bolts, arrows, and javelins. You
Right.
rolled for it, but I know there were numbers that you filled it with.
Yep. Yeah, because you said it's just like the ammo. It's like, yeah, you were able to find that, and then it was just a couple of arrows generally. So
Okay.
A bow.
And-
sorry.
No problem. So and because these specific arrows and munitions are treated as magic, keep track of them just in case. Because I'm not saying you wouldn't be able to find some or grab some from somewhere else if need be, but just keep an eye on that, because if you run out, you run out. But you've got a lot. So, another question, just because I know you have javelins in there, and I know that Rothgar is like probably more prone to grab a javelin if possible, because it's strength based, which is what he's based. What is the range on javelins? Is it 30-90 or? I can pull it up.
3120.
3120. All right, cool. It's even longer. All right, cool. So yeah. So, and the second, it's disadvantage for the second range, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I mean, not cool, but I just want to make sure I've got that in my head. So, I mean, so Rothgar, if you wanted to, you could grab the javelin and like hurl a javelin. You could actually, I believe, you could hurl 2 javelins if you take the attack action because of your multiple attacks in a round, and you're using it as a strength based thing. And it actually, you know what? I don't know if that's the rule, but I'm going to say that's cool. So if you want to try to huck 2 javelins, you would have 120 feet with disadvantage to throw them.
Okay.
And I take that back. That would apply to anybody who wants to throw javelins, but I think he's probably going to be the only one doing that.
I have a question on range. I have a longbow, and so my close range is 150 feet. My second range is 600 feet. So does that mean between 150 and 599 feet, it's a straight roll, and at 600 or more, it's a disadvantage?
No, other way around. So anything past 150 feet is with disadvantage. Okay. Anything past 600 feet is out of range for you.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which, by the way, like, I don't know if anybody ever like participated in archery before. I used to shoot with my dad all the time, and 30 to 40 yards was like typically what you would look for if you were hunting. Closer than that, you're just going to get more accurate. But that's like what? Like 100 feet, 120 feet, and you're talking 6 times that distance, and you're still somewhat accurate with it? Gross. Just gross. You guys are heroes.
I was going to say. Gotta be something.
Gotta be heroes. All right. So let's do this just as the clock keeps ticking with this. Dolan, you start to make your way towards the mead hall. Does anybody else want to like start making marks on the map about where you want to post up?
Yeah. So I was gonna ask, is there anything that we can kind of see that might be like a place that might be better for, either shooting from or just to get cover? Anything that's noticeable?
So the tallest structures in the town.
Ask that.
Yeah, the tallest. If you did, Chris, I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
No, I was just about to. I was waiting for.
All right, so the tallest structures are definitely the mead house, which I think is like 2 or 3 stories tall. Not that there's rooms or anything at the top; it's just sort of a big cathedral building. The speaker's house, which is like 2.5 stories tall. And then everything else is basically one level. Like this is just like a boathouse. It's a big long boathouse down here. All the other houses maybe like a story, maybe 2, but like there's not a lot of room. You would have the most room and most vantage point from on that. The clearest shot that you would have for everything that's like south and east is somewhere out here on the dock. But you're clearly a sitting duck if you're just going to sit there. But everything is iced in, as you know. So, I mean, like, it's not like you couldn't, like, get off and scamper, but you would be effectively out in the open. Right in the middle of Goodmead, right here, is this, like, big copse of trees that you could find coverage in. I mean, you could sit in the treetops, but much like everything else that's here, if the dragon's... I mean, I'm being realistic. If the dragon's coming in with some sort of, like, fiery breath, it's gonna burn whatever it hits, and trees catch on fire just as much as houses do. So
the other thing that I'm looking for in this case is to get the mage there to start the the ritual to get the phantom steeds ready.
Well, so let's see if she still has that. I'm going to need somebody to roll me a percentile die. So roll a D100, and I'm gonna say that. What do we got? I gotta go back over and look at this. Oh, it's this way. That's gone. So you've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, you've got a 35% chance that she's got another spell slot open that would allow her to cast this spell as a ritual. If if you want to choose what that ratio is before you roll 2d10s or a d100 if you have one, you can pick it. So if you want to go 1 to 35, great. If you want to do 40 to 75, okay.
After last week, I don't want to be the one rolling.
The worst thing that happens is she can't do it, but she winks at you and says, I'm ready to plan. As she then looks to you as some sort of deity that tells her if she can still cast that spell or not.
Oh, me?
No, anyone. Whoever's going to roll this. Somebody roll a D100. Tell me what the percentage, what the range is you want.
So
Yeah.
the highest one, so like, I don't know, above 65 or something like that.
All right, 65 plus. She has a spell slot open. So she does not. But as you guys are starting to set up, you see her turn and starts like going through her hand jutsus as she gets another spell ready, and you see a white owl that you guys have seen in her art before. After a few moments, comes over and lands on her shoulder, and she sort of talks to it briefly, and then it takes off. And she goes, if we can hold out long enough, I might have a ride waiting for us.
Do I see clouds overhead yet?
How many javelins were there?
I don't know. You tell me. I don't know what the stats were.
I didn't write it down.
Oh, right. Hold on. I'll get it for you.
Oh, thank you.
Do I see clouds overhead yet?
No, but give me a survival check. I can give you more information with that.
No.
You can feel that weather's coming. You know, like it's kind of like when somebody's got arthritis and you walk outside and you're like, oh, my knee! Like, because the weather's changing, the barometric pressure is going up and down. You can feel it's coming, but you don't know. You can't, for some reason. Maybe it's like the excitement of this, like of the upcoming battle. Maybe it's like your proximity to, like, the humanity that's here as opposed to the wild, but you just can't tell.
Making sacrifice.
All right, and on the path that the dragon is going to be following, where is it going to enter, Goodmead?
That you don't know. You just know that he's coming to Goodmead.
From
Likely from the
which
south.
direction in general?
So,
are we talking like down here?
Likely,
over here.
So the direction, the direction of Dugan's Hole from Goodmead is that way. But it's a creature that's flying. So is it going to go this way and then this way? Is it going to go this way? I
don't need the exact. I just wanted to get from on this map which direction was Dugan's Hole.
Dugan's Hole is sort of west to southwest from Goodmead. The red waters that you see right here, that water connects to Dugan's Hole. Dugan's Hole is on like a southern portion of that waterway.
And just to help with my memory, I have that the dragon was immune to cold, poison, and non-magical, or is it resistant to cold, poison, and non-magical?
It is immune to cold and poison. It is resistant to basically everything that's non-magical.
Okay.
Excuse me.
And is our timer started now?
I wanted to know where people were posted up, and then I was going to kind of talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know about everybody else. What I was thinking about starting on the roof here of the, figuring it's going to be coming up from the south, and I might be able to get its attention with the javelins and whatnot.
Yeah. So
I, go ahead.
I was thinking of posting up with Ziada probably around here, maybe the boathouse, because that gives a lot of area and
Yeah,
flexibility.
I was playing with that too.
Maybe I don't know exactly where I'm thinking Loki, but just anywhere where he can pop in and out. So maybe like anywhere in here. And I don't want to. I don't want us to all be all close together, so that way we
Yep.
can get as many pot shots as possible. But I don't want us to be forever apart. Just
Well, it's not
one here,
that
one over
huge a
here.
place. We can book it if we had to.
Right. And that's why I want to have like cover behind, like having this, run into it, run out this way, sort of thing, while he's being shot by someone over here or whatever.
I wanted to talk to the people to see if there's anybody still meeting at the gathering hall, the center of town. But probably while we're fighting the dragon, I would like to be in those in that center little park, that shire. And my plan is I'll probably conjure a couple of animals and try to drag that bitch down and shoot it with lightning.
Is this the meat hall? The meat hall?
That's the meat hall. Yes.
And you, Ziadis, you said you're gonna be looking to be here.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm thinking climbing up on top of the meat hall will be better, because I'm thinking you'll have more people here. It'll have the dragon's attention to come up this way because of the bigger buildings. We'll have opportunity to strike, go back and forth while one is whatever. That seems like Ziada's plan was a good plan.
I actually liked your plan a little bit better when you were going to be in that smaller
Down here.
high building. Yeah, just because you're going to be catching its attention. It's going to be targeting you. We don't necessarily want it to target a building that has a lot of people.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah,
Well, I'll stick to that then.
That's a good distance from everybody else, but we're still close. So we make a nice little triangle. If I'm in those bushes, you're over there, and Ziada's at the boathouse.
Yep.
Then we've got, thinking maybe put Loki like here or something. And he'll scurry away. Novakri is the question. Maybe around here as well, just in this area. Providing additional cover.
Okay, who's in this meat hall?
So in the meat hall, you see by the time that you get there, there's people that are like, some people are like, all right, we should go overland, and some people are like, no, follow the pathway, and blah 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 blah, and like
I see.
exactly, somebody's like starting to burn the building all right now, and you see like the druids, and the druids are like these dudes that are just in like these heavy like brown cloaks. They're just sort of like moving. They seem to be moving as if they already have a plan, and it appears that they're moving casks, like they're rolling casks towards a like a location. And then there's this one druid who kind of sort of steps up, and he just goes, "Everybody, you should leave now." Bzz.
I agree with him. Go overland, get the fuck out.
Oh God, this strange lady who we've never seen before just told us to do something. We should all do it. Ah! And they all run away. No, they just kind of, they don't really like, they look over and they see one of the newer members of the Heroes of 10 Towns, and they're like, oh, people have come. Should we stay? What should we do?
We're going to be defending this town against a dragon. If you want to stay and fight, then stay and fight. But anybody who can't do that needs to go and needs to go the quickest route.
I think that sounds like a plan. Not the staying and fighting. We're not going to be good at that. We're terrible at that. That actually sounds like a bad plan. You have
Okay.
bad plans. We're going to leave.
You're a liability at that point. Get out.
Okay. If you can, keep an eye on Hector. He said he was going to tie himself to a tree.
Oh God.
How many did you see? How many javelins we had, Ziada?
Yeah, we have. We picked up 9, and I had like 5 anyway. I think.
So
I had
and they were
15 anyway. So.
And they were in the quiver.
Yes.
So now they're all +1 for now.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna grab the javelins and take my spot on top of the house.
Taking my javelins and leaving. All right.
Javelins.
Okay.
Does anyone need arrows?
I have 40 that I can hold. I think I can't hold them. I actually have no idea if I can hold more than that.
I'm just wondering because I want to split the ones that we have up. And if Novakri's going to be doing stuff like cantrips or using those, that'll make a bit of a difference.
Does she have any cantrips she can cast as a bonus action?
Doesn't look like as a bonus action. No.
All right. No, I was just going to say if there's a couple cantrips that you can do that, and so I mean, if she had her laser rifle and was also dropping a cantrip in a round, that's pretty cool. But I didn't know what she had.
Got the laser rifle. But that's gonna be resistant, so I think we might still go. Maybe just an arrow, bow and arrow on Novakri as well.
Okay. All right.
All right. So 20.
All right. Everybody splits up arrows. Everybody grabs javelins. Everybody puts themselves where they're going to be. The people you see, like there's 2 kind of tribes that sort of set off with like lanterns and torches, but all of it is sort of muffled and trying to keep as low a profile as possible. One sets off in the direction that you guys had recently come through the forest and through the woods, and the other is taking the overland path with the thought process that they could head to East Haven and maybe find sanctuary there, but if they can't, that they'll just take a left once they hit the 4 ways on the east way and head to Bryn Shander from that way. Most of those folks, the reason they would take the road is there's less of a chance of some sort of, nasty encounter happening in the wilderness as they try to make their way there to safety. As people start clearing out, things start to get quiet. The druids eventually emerge from inside, and Roger comes over towards the building where Rothgar is. Rothgar, you said you were on the top of the building, correct?
Yep.
And Roger, without looking up, just goes, "Do the best you can. This will not be easy." And he rubs his hands together, kind of spits on them, reaches down, picks up like a clod of dirt, rubs it on the back of his hand, and he turns and he points up at you, and you've just received a bless spell.
Okay, what does that do?
You can look it up. That's the magic of technology. And he goes back inside the meat hall.
All right, but I was down here.
I'm sorry, where were you?
I'm down here.
Can you click on the map? I didn't see where you clicked.
Oh, because I'm on the wrong thing.
I'm sorry. I thought you said that you were up here on the mead hall because you wanted to be in roughly the same area.
No, they ixnayed that, and they liked it better because this was my original plan.
All right. Well, then who is on the mead hall, or who is near the mead hall?
Ziada's in the boathouse.
Jad is in the boathouse. Yep.
Loki is around here right now, and I'm in here.
All right. Then he would have cast it on Loki. Blessed for 5th edition because Loki's not here. First level enchantment. Basically, whenever an attack roll is made or a saving throw before a spell ends, that target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw. So you basically get an addition. It's kind of like a low level. Oh my god, what's the bard ability?
Inspiration.
Inspiration. It's like a low level inspiration, basically thing. And with that, the town goes quiet. The exception of the wind blowing, snow starts to fall lightly, like almost like it's just going to be a dusting.
So there's clouds now.
There's always clouds. It's also nighttime, so and it's always dark. So
right.
you're sort of like, I knew it was I think I knew it was gonna snow, right? I think I did. Yeah, I did.
There's always clouds. That's all I need.
Yeah. And as you guys sort of like start straining your ears, you hear like that that's got like the sound of like tinkling, almost like glass touching glass as it starts to thrum. And you can just feel the immensity of this beast that's coming towards where you're at. And as you strain to listen closer, you also hear in the background somebody going, "I'm gonna ride this out!" As Hector is still tied to a tree right here. We'll do this. Let's do this. Yeah, that's where Hector is. Cool. I have mapped out what the dragon's attack pattern is going to be, and I have put all of those pieces of tape that mark this out on my screen. And I have taken a picture of it as you guys were making your plan, and I will email it to you afterwards so you can say that I'm being kept honest with this.
No one's going to say that.
No one's going to say it. No one's going to believe it otherwise. And through the darkness, you start to see this shape emerging, and it is coming across the red waters towards... shit, that's not what I wanted. Come on. Towards Goodmead. And it appears that it's turning slowly and is going to come across this way.
I conjured 2 giant eagles in the air.
Okay. I will because it's a ways off, but you can see it. You can see this sort of like, it's not firelight. It's just like last week I said, it's like the destroyer from the first Thor movie. It's like this construct that there's these flames that burn inside of it. And its face too has like a similar, almost like Bane or like a face guard on a coat of armor kind of face shield, and this light burns and flickers from within it, and you can see it coming across the water. Anybody who wants to do something to prep for this, I will let you do that, and then we're all going to roll initiative, and then we're going to go from there.
So my prep action is conjuring the 2 giant eagles, yeah?
Yep, I had a feeling that's what you were going to say. When you said that, I figured I'd give everybody else a shot if they hadn't done it yet.
I don't really have any prep actions. I have the javelins ready to go.
Let's try again when I unmute it. So I'm just gonna be doing the normal setup. We've got Novakri and Loki over here, just getting ready to shoot. I'm over here with Ziada, getting ready to shoot as well, and all trying to hide Loki. It matters for the most, and then we'll just kind of see where it goes from there.
So all right. So give me that hide.
I'm hiding too. Should I roll a hide or just?
No, because it won't really have the same effect for you.
Okay.
Like it's just Loki's tied to a couple abilities that there.
No.
If you wanted to use that luck, you could, or that bless, you could use it and add a D4 to that.
Well, yeah, that would be. Yeah, because bless you can just keep using.
Until the spell runs out, and
Right.
I didn't tell you how long it lasted, but yeah.
So 17.
Okay. I'm gonna roll the dragon's perception, and let's see what happens. Okay. Dragon's rolling into town with a 19 currently, so chances are he may see Loki if he really wants to, but it also means that he won't be. He's not hidden to him as he comes in, just for sake of stuff and things. All right. So what I want to do is I want to pull up the initiative tracker and get rid of a bunch of stuff. I gotta move this because there's a bunch of stuff, and I think everybody's on there, so if you guys want to just roll and put your stuff on there, that's fine.
If you clear everything right now, it'll be able to be reset, and we won't. And we also don't have anything on this screen, so we can't see any of the stuff that you have on your.
Oh, you know why? Because I don't have your tokens on here.
Right.
Okay.
But if you clear the current turn order, that'll reset everything for right now.
Okay. I'm gonna grab. Hang on, I got to go to another map, and I'm gonna grab everyone's tokens, and just bring them over. I didn't even think of that. Copy. Let's go back to this. Okay. I'm going to put Valin. I'm not going to tell you where Valin is. I'm just going to put her token over here, but she is on the map. If you guys want to grab your stuff and put yourself where you want to go, you can put yourself where you want to go.
Where's Novakri?
Wow. Well, I'm hoping that the things I control roll better than they are on initiative right now.
Oh, and anybody can roll initiative for the Eagles. They get a +3.
They'll act on your turn. So I'm gonna grab a couple eagles and put them on the map for you right now.
Okay. Because it said in the spell, it says they have their own turn. I don't know if it makes a big difference or not.
I think for sake of like my own sanity, I'm just gonna I'm just going to do this. They are not this big in real life, but
Oh yeah, they are.
well, maybe to mere humans, but all right. And then I'm going to give control of these to everybody, but you should be able to control them.
My initiative is
Is no
6.
Valkyrie on the board?
No, she's not.
So if you right click on your character and click add turn, you can add a turn and that and then put in what you rolled.
That's only if you're the...
Oh, sorry. In that case, you should be there now. What did you roll?
6.
6.
Okay, I can put it in as long as I'm there.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Good.
No Valkyrie.
Oh
He's
no.
absent.
Oh. She didn't come onto the map. Why is that? I don't know.
Mike is trying to keep her alive, but we're trying to
kill her.
prevent that from happening.
That's pretty funny, actually. Copy. Let's go back to where we're at. Goodmead. All right, Novakri's right here. All right, whoever wants to can put her wherever she's going to be. Dolan, you should have access to controlling your eagles. You can put them next to you for sake of where they were summoned to.
They were summoned there.
All right, has everybody did what everybody needed to did?
Nope. I need to roll for Valkyrie.
Do you need me to add a turn for her?
There.
Oh! Is she on the list, or do I need to add a turn? Oh, no, she's there.
I
All right.
put it on it.
Okay. And so with that, 10:26, we begin the battle for Goodmead. Novakri, you are up. What do you do?
Let's hope the same thing that I just did. Going to... Let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay, how much can we move?
So you're effectively tied to what your speed is. So like you can move 30 feet, which on this map is not going to get you very far.
Okay. I guess she'll just kind of run. I don't even know if I would make it like one square over.
Well, from where you're at, 30 feet could get to the front of the building, kind of there. Yeah. If you put her on the top of the building, she could run over to the edge of it or whatever.
No, she was not. She was on the path.
Okay.
So it's something where like she's just trying to get out and get vision on this thing, if possible.
Okay.
To try and take a shot.
I'll say from where you're at, she can lean around, but from where you're at, you're also about 1,000 feet away from it.
Let's see. What's this thing?
Dolan, what's the range on your eagle?
So.
Yeah, not yet. You could hold an action in case it gets closer on its turn.
She'll get prepared for if that thing comes within range. If I guess it's probably going to be this the whole time where it's if we like have the, I'll just do this real quick, see if it could and then I'll get rid of it. But come on, yeah. Why is that not there? So let's see if it'll work. So kind of like how I put on Ziada, like if I see the dragon is kind of heading towards the area where I'll be able to take a shot at it.
Yep.
In the 80 feet, then I take it. But if I see it's like this, I would just take it when it's, not going that way.
Okay.
With disadvantage.
All right. And Dolan, what's the range on your eagles? Because I don't think you could have summoned them to like 500 and 1,000 feet away.
60 feet. And I don't know how to do the arrow that you guys are doing that show you the feets. I don't know how
So
to do
if you look at the buttons or the icons on the left side of the screen, there's a circle with what looks like a comb. Do you see that?
Yeah.
The
Fourth one down.
Yeah. So if you click on that one, you can click down with the left button, hold and drag, and it will draw an arrow that gives you distances. So chances are your eagles are basically like on the perimeter of the forest with you, where they.
Okay. I gotcha.
Now, the dragon is under the same constraints, right? Like you guys basically see this thing coming, and you're just prepping, you're getting ready, you're like getting pumped about this. So I would just say, like, Dolan, I'm just going to do this for sake of this. I'm going to say your eagles are roughly like right about here, but on your turn they can move. They can move their 60 feet or so, which is, about that far. It's about the arrow's width is on this map. Is what it is.
They have an 80 foot fly, so they'll be able to move 80 feet away from me.
Cool. All right. All right. Does anybody have? So that's Novakri. Does Loki have anything that he's going to try to do? That he has something with range, or is he just going to stay where he's at?
Same sort of thing. He is going to try and hide a little bit better. I guess he got caught off guard.
I'm going to say that I'm going to rule that with a perception check already rolled, you can't. I don't want to do that. Like, you prepped for it with that roll. It wasn't a great roll. I want to stick with that for the time being. Like, after an action is taken, he could do it. But if he's hiding in a tree, I don't know why he would go, maybe I could hide in this tree better. Does that make sense?
Well, he's not in a tree.
No, I know. But I'm just saying, like, if he's posted up somewhere, like, if he's going to move and do that, sure. But if he's in the same spot, I don't want to do a reroll.
Yeah, he's going to kind of, like, run up to, like, behind a tree or something. Just, I figured he was kind of, like, caught out in the open, like, all right, well, I wasn't, oh, shit, here it is.
Okay. All right.
Where are you?
That's much higher. I don't know that the dragon can beat that, but I will give it a shot.
You don't have to.
+4. Plus a D4.
But with a natural 20,
Jesus.
he can see him. Whoop! All right. That was Loki. What is your dexterity modifier, Rothgar?
Hold on. +1.
You get to go first. So, is there anything you want to do in your prep for this?
No, I'm just gonna hold my action. Wait till he gets closer in range.
All right. Dragon's turn. The dragon is going to, let's do this. Right about there. I'm going to grab the dragon and move the dragon to right about here. Yeah, right about there. Harvest, are you going to do anything? Move your eagles, maybe?
That's my turn for right now.
Okay. All right. Ziada?
Is that thing close enough? Shoot its face.
Right in its face!
If that thing is close enough, I would like to let loose an arrow.
Yeah, you're right here, so I think it's yep, 275 is its face, something like that. So if that's within a range increment, go right ahead.
Yep, I think I've got 320.
Is this
Right.
second range increment or okay? So disadvantage twice. Take the lesser. All right. You fire the first salvo. Arrow shoots off into the darkness. Doesn't hit anything. I'm sorry. Is there anything else you were going to do on your turn? Do you have 2 attacks? And it's not a heavy cross. Does it have the loading property? Does the weapon have the loading property? So yes, you can fire twice.
Oh, come on. That was that 18, but it wouldn't have mattered. So yeah.
All right.
0 for 2, down to 18.
Okay. All right. 2 shots fired. Just sail into the darkness as the dragon continues to approach. I mean, it's got to be pretty daunting. You're up there, front lines. This thing's headed right towards you. Maybe your hand shakes just ever so much, and it flies off in a random direction. All right. Villain is out there. She's doing stuff. Don't worry about it. Back to the top of the order. It is Novakri's turn.
Oh, right. That would be... I guess kind of just creeping towards the front a little bit and doing the same sort of thing. You know, still kind of trying to stay behind. Not too much, but... and then just waiting for this thing to get in range.
Okay. She can see it. Definitely. I don't know if it's... I think it's probably outside her range, though.
Yeah. So, it hold for... She's only going to have 1 action anyway, so hold to see if she can use her reaction to hit it when it flies by. Potentially.
All right. Loki going to try anything?
No, he's still out of range at the moment as well, so same sort of thing. Hanging out.
Even with his short bow?
Yeah, the short bow is only 320.
Oh, I'm sorry. I sorry, with like the 600 feet of the longbow, I was like, all right. Hrothgar, are you still holding where you're at?
Yep, I can't hit it there.
All right. With that, the dragon moves up again. And as it gets to right here, Ziada, you're probably the person with the best viewpoint of this, of anyone else. You see its face kind of like shifts and opens, and a gout of fire starts to shoot out of its face. And I can go basically... Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. I wanted to go right there. So this... come on. I would like to freehand a shape, please. I want it to be really red so we can see it. And basically you see this like fiery 5-foot line of destruction starts to shoot right there. Now you're not there, but what I would like you to do is just roll a reflex save to make sure that as the building starts to splinter and like blow up from the impact of this, that you don't get hit by anything.
Yeah. 15.
You're fine. You kind of like duck behind a crate, and you just feel like the heat and the sort of like concussive force of this impact, this breath weapon's impact, shove out all around you, but you don't take anything from that. And the the line out of the dragon's mouth was nearly, you got to figure 100 plus feet long, and just is obliterating the structure as it hits it. Okay, that was the dragon's turn. Rothgar was holding. Rothgar, it's still out of range. Nothing you can do. Harvest, you are up. Caw.
You're muted.
Yeah, these guys are essentially they're going to be serving as distraction until they can get in range. And when they're in range, they're going to be essentially just kind of attempting to slow this dragon down and distract him. And okay. I can't do anything yet.
Okay. All right. And Dolan, was their speed 40 and you doubled it to 80, or is their speed 80 and you could double move and make it 160?
Oh, their speed is 80. Yeah, I forgot about that.
So yeah, if you want to give yourself,
yeah, I do.
At this point it would be another 80 feet because you could have done it last round too.
Okay. So we're saying if you go 160.
No, just an additional 80 because it would have just been. Well, no, 100. You're right. I'm sorry. Yep. Why didn't we call the Eagles earlier?
Okay.
Okay.
And they, when are they going to be able to attack? When they're literally like on him?
Yeah, or if it moves by them. So like the dragon's size, maybe not this one because of like where it's the lower one. I know I just drew a dot on it. I shouldn't have done that. That one may not get an attack, but the other one, if it flies by, it would definitely get like at least an attack of opportunity kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay, Ziada, you're up again. What are you doing?
Is this thing, how close is this at this point?
So it is roughly, what? It is roughly, oh my God, stop it, Tom. Yeah, the red line says it's about 100 feet away from you, give or take, and it's about 60 feet up in the air. So it's like, what are we going to say? With Pythagoras, 120 feet then? 130?
No. You don't get to get the fucking benefit of it in TJ's game and then throw that out the window. It's simplicity's sake. The biggest one, that's it. 100 feet. We're not doing Pythagorean theorem in fucking D&D. No fucking way. I already told that. TJ made a stance, and I said no fucking way. And you got the benefit of teleporting. I will tell him about this, because it was during the mummy fight, and he will remember. Don't even start. I probably have that shit recorded.
120 feet.
Oh my God, you're gonna die. Hal is gonna die, and then Pal, and then Sal, and then Bal. Alright. Rolling 2. First one.
17 is a miss. An 18 is a miss. All right. Pew pew. Are you gonna try to move at all, or are you staying put where you're at? All right. It's got opportunities all over the place. All right. It goes to Villain. Villain does not act yet. She is she's doing something. She's got something good in the books, but she's not doing it yet. All right. Novakri, what are you doing? All right. Holding right there. All right. It goes to Loki. Loki going to do anything? I'll say it's within range.
Should have +2.
Pew pew. 2 misses. Is he going to move at all?
I actually don't know if he gets that second shot. So, he is. No, I think he's also good.
Okay. Does he? That's a good question. Does his build provide a second attack in a round or no?
No, he. So I think it's just that first one.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay. It goes to the dragon. I'm gonna attempt first. I'm gonna find out how far it can move, and I'm gonna move it. Move it right about there, and then from there, I'm gonna give it another blast of. Actually, I got to do something. Let's do this. Nope. It's just gonna move. Move up there. Its breath stops for a moment as it continues to rush forward. Actually, I'll move it to right there.
Attack of opportunity for my eagle.
Attack of opportunity from your eagle.
And if it's an attack of opportunity, is the eagle allowed to use its multi-attack, or is it just one?
Just one attack at its high. Just one attack.
Okay. Fuck.
I don't suppose it has any additional benefits or bonuses.
No, that was with its +5 attack to attack.
Yep, that is a miss. That is a miss. Rothgar, what are you going to do? If you said something, I didn't hear you. Rothgar? Okay, I'm not sure what he's doing. I'm going to assume he's going to hold, so it goes to you, Harvest. It is your turn.
Okay. The eagle's gonna snipe at him. And let's see if this eagle can get. This eagle can get to him, but won't be able to attack.
Right, but if the dragon moves out of its space, it will get an attack of opportunity kind of thing. So
yeah. So one eagle will attack. It's going to use the multi-attack. Nope. And then it's going to attack you. Oh my shit. 23, does that hit?
That is a hit. That is a hit.
Okay, so that was with its talons. And it does. Oh, 11 points of damage.
Wow.
Like that.
First blood has been spilled. as you as the eagle like attempts to like reach out with its claws and misses, and it comes in with its beak and scores a hit, the dragon like ever so slightly like shifts and swats at it with its tail. Does a 17 hit your bird? Actually, does an 18 hit your bird?
Yeah.
All right. Your bird is going to take. Bird takes 10 points of damage.
Okay.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Then it goes to Ziada.
All right. Can I attack with? Is it within 80 feet?
It's flying at like 60 feet. It's right above you, so it's within 80 feet. Yes. Pew! I am shocked that more hits have not scored at this point. But all right. Are you moving at all? Staying put where you're at? Okay. Valen is still holding. He's going to do something really soon. Novakri.
Plus to hit.
All right. Arrows flying everywhere in the darkness. Dragon directly overhead. All right. Loki, you're up. Wait a minute. Why are you rolling with disadvantage? It is. I think it just moved up, isn't it? Aren't you good? Oh, 80 feet. Sorry. Okay. Not a hit.
Nope. It's supposed to be 2 of them. So 24 and a 20. Does
Wait a minute. Wait. I have a question. Ziada, you just went?
Nope, that's Loki. So
Oh,
that's a
okay.
22.
22 is a hit. Yes.
Nice. So that is and with the eagles there, this attack has sneak attack, right?
Yes.
So that is 16 points of damage. 8 piercing, 6 sneak attack, and then plus 2 for the other stuff. So probably 10 piercing and 6 sneak, which is probably piercing. Is it all piercing?
So what's that? What's the total?
16.
16 total. Okay. 6. And because it all falls under the realm of magical, that's why I just wanted the total. So.
Yeah.
It's dead. We win.
And it's all one type, so it's just like, oh yeah, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, cool. All right, so you see this one sticks in and does some damage to the dragon, and it sort of turns its gaze and looks down, seeing where that shot came from. Okay, dragon's turn. The dragon is going to hover.
He's also gonna. Could I use his? Wait. Oh shit. Yeah. Could I use his bonus action to try and hide after that?
You can try and hide. Doesn't I know that like at one point I had worked all this out with TJ, and I haven't had to think about it for a while. Isn't it once you attack there you have to do something specific to be able to hide on your turn, or it's like not a disadvantage?
Yeah,
But I thought there was something.
So but as a rogue, he has the ability to hide as a bonus action. So like,
Okay.
you have to get out of like range and stuff. Not range, out of sight and everything like that. So it's not that the dragon doesn't know that he's there. It's just he doesn't know exactly what. It's not like, oh, that guy doesn't actually exist.
Okay, fair enough.
That would be...
Good roll. Okay. Yep. Nope. Hidden from the dragon. Cool. Okay. So it is Rothgar's turn. Rothgar, I skipped you last time. I couldn't hear you. Did you? So I'll give you the chance to. Did you want to do anything, or you're staying put where you're at?
I think the plan is to stay put for the time being and see what happens.
All right. Cool beans. Dragon's turn. The dragon is going to hover where he is at and is going to. Well, before I say that, first things he's going to do is he rolls that. His breath does not continue, so he is going to move upwards. Actually, I got to see how far. He's going to move forward right about there, and he is directly above building right there. Yes, and he is going to. That is where he is. I just moved the eagle. Damn it! Sorry. Nope. I can't get the dragon. Come on. All right. Dragon gets to like right there. All right. That is the dragon's turn. He double moved. He didn't do anything else. He's a little pissed that his breath hasn't come back.
Attack of opportunity for my eagles.
Attack of opportunity from your eagles. Go ahead.
Nope. Both miss.
All right. No hits. Keep moving down the order. Harvest, it is your turn. Actually.
Can the eagle that's closest to it right now, can it attack from where it's at?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I actually think that both of the eagles should probably be able to catch up to it and attack. Roughly speaking, I know this map makes it a little discoordinated, but I think both eagles should be able to do it.
Okay, I'll put my other eagle closer to it. So first eagle, the one that's at his back. Nope. 22. Does 22 hit?
22 is a hit.
Okay. 8 points.
Points. All right.
And then the second. Nope. Nope. Second one misses.
Okay, Dolan, are you going to do anything?
No, not yet.
All right. In that case, the dragon, in response to getting pecked at by the same goddamn bird again, takes its wings and does like a huge flap that creates a giant downblast all around it. Just need to do this real fast. I'm gonna say so. Both eagles, and then I need a percentage check from Loki to see if he's going to be affected by this. Basically a 50-50. Oh, dodges it. I should have called high or low, but in my head, high was pass, low was fail. So you pass. He is not going to be affected by this. But as the dragon beats its wings, both eagles need to give me a dex save.
Okie dokie. Probably not within 10 feet of Ziada, huh?
No.
I know you wouldn't guess it from those rolls, but I was rolling a d20.
Right. So both of your eagles fail, and the force of this wind forces them, like knocks them to the ground, which means they're going to take falling damage. If you were on the ground, you would take damage and be knocked prone. But where you're in the sky and you failed, I'm going to have you make one more save to possibly save, but you're going to take the damage first, which is not crazy, but it's not great. All right. So both eagles are going to take 11 points of damage, and then give me 2 more dex saves. These are slightly easier. Otherwise, you're going to take more damage.
Okay.
All right. Both of those are not passes. The original save was a 19. This save was going to be a 15. Unfortunately, you didn't do it. For 10 feet of falling in D&D, 5th edition, it is 1d6. The first 10 feet is ignored. You have fallen 5 feet, or 50 feet, I should say, to hit the ground. So it is going to be 5d6 worth of damage.
Okay.
I could roll all ones. I did not. So they both take an additional 20 points of damage.
Okay, they're both dead. They poof
Right.
existence.
No more eagles. The dragon just sort of like is like just sort of snarls. It is so Harvest. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
In that case, yeah. Gonna move within thing, and then yeah, buddy. I am gonna. I'm gonna attempt to Earthbind this motherfucker.
Oh shit!
And
It is a strength save, I think you said.
it is a strength save. Just making sure I didn't have to do any attack roll. Yeah, you're just a strength saving throw. It says 15, so I'm assuming it's just 15. Has that? Oh yeah, that's right.
So a save of 22.
Okay. And then I'm done for now.
Okay. All right. Ziada. Also, you're muted.
I thought I had unmuted. Now am I not? Okay, yeah, good.
Yeah, no, I can hear you now. Yep.
So I'm gonna try and run a little bit. Oh, jeez. Just like a incy bit more. And then hopefully. Okay, that thing's kind of close-ish. So I am going to try and shoot this thing. Yeah, that's an 18.
That is not a hit. It's so close.
And that's an 18.
Oh my god. Pew pew. All right. Anything else you could do on your turn?
Nope.
All right. It goes to Velin. Velin suddenly emerges from right here. I'm gonna move her token. She pops out from around the corner. She points a wand at this at the dragon, and you see six rays of bluish white light fire from the tip of it and streak across the sky, striking into the side of the dragon. If anybody wants to roll that for me, that would be 6d4 plus 6. I can roll it, but it's more fun to make you guys do it. Oh, nice. As the dragon suddenly gets battered in the side and takes 23 points of damage. Do some math. It's always my favorite. And it lets out a roar, and it turns and looks and sees Villain, and she kind of goes like, "Oh, should probably disappear now," and she kind of like steps back behind the building a bit. All right, Novakri, it is your turn. What are you doing?
Gonna try and shoot this guy. Let's see. So it's this, whatever this is, plus 2. Oh, nice roll on that. So 25. And then...
Nice, that is a hit.
That is not the correct damage for that. I think it might actually be the same. You know what? It's this plus 2. Why 2d6? For a crit? Yeah. So a whopping 4 points of damage.
Hey, it's damage, right? It's damage. Okay. Was there anything else that she was going to do?
No, I don't think so.
It is Loki's turn. Loki's basically like right under this thing.
All right, let's try and get this guy. Ooh, he has. Oh my god. So 23.
23 is a hit.
Oh, it already did it. So 7, 9, 16, so 18 points of damage.
Nice. All right, and with that, I've got to put a marker on this dragon. Dragon's taking some hits. And
Into the trees.
Okay. Cool. All right. So Loki takes a shot, and then is going to try to disappear into the fire again? Not into the fire. Sorry, into the trees again. Jeez.
You can't hurt me. I've become the fire. So he's not going to try and hide because he's just right out in the open there. So he has to use his dash to get into the cover of the trees. Hope he has some sort of cover in there. Get lucky.
Okay. Yeah. Roll a hide.
No, he doesn't even get to on this one because it's a bonus action, and he had to use that to dash into the forest.
Okay. Okay. So he runs into the woods. It goes to Rothgar. It goes to Rothgar. Rothgar, what are you doing?
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking that staying here is probably not the best idea anymore. So I guess I'm going to start moving in that direction. But I'm guessing that my turn is going to consist of me coming down off the roof.
Yeah, basically, you can hop down off the roof. I'll let you move a little bit of ways, just to say. So move yourself where you want to be. Basically, you'd be along like the edge of one edge of that building or so, maybe a little bit away from that. Hey, as you jump down off the building, it goes to the dragon's turn. And after that hit from Valin and then Loki, the dragon shakes its head, and you all hear this like voice that you can't tell if it's actually being said or if it's coming through in your minds. And it just goes, "Pathetic humans. I will return to destroy this town. Nothing will stop my path." And the dragon takes off and starts flying north. I will say that anybody who wants to can probably get some pot shots on their turn. If you want to try to take some distant shots, you could probably try to do that. But with the way you guys have been rolling so far tonight, maybe not the best choice with limited ammunition. But you guys have successfully stopped the dragon from destroying Goodmead. I guess the question now is, what are you guys going to do next?
Does 21 hit?
21 does hit. Did you roll that with disadvantage?
No.
Probably should roll it with disadvantage. That's not a hit. A worthy attempt.
You suck, Thomas.
So what's the next move? As you guys kind of start to come out, you notice that the boathouse is basically destroyed, but because the dragon was unable to recharge its breath and also harried by both you and the two now deceased giant eagles that have just disappeared into puffs of pixie smoke and snow dust. That Valin seems to be coming out, but she seems to be coming back out into the center of town with a couple extra items, and she is emerging from behind the buildings over here with 3 dog sleds and a series of let's just face it, they look like undead dogs that have been hitched up to the sleds.
She is a necromancer.
She is indeed.
I was reminded of that.
That's
where we all.
She says, I told you I might be able to get some rides ready for us. These aren't going to be as fast as the horses, but they'll get us to where we need to be. And so you guys will be able to travel at dog sled pace via the roads. I think we already have all the math on that, but I will go back and look all that up. And these are undead animals that will not tire, which means if you have to drive them for 4+ hours, you don't have to stop. They don't have to stop and rest. All right. Questions, comments, concerns?
No, just head up to East Haven and cut this dragon off. Finish it. This construct bitch.
I think if you guys look at the map, you'll find out that the dragon, provided the dragon heads directly to East Haven next from here, it's clearly going to get to East Haven before you guys can with the dog sleds. But we'll look at how long it's going to take the dragon to destroy East Haven or try to fight against East Haven, and basically. We can do the math about that and figure it out and go from there. So I think that'll sort of be some planning for each week, and I'll try to send everybody like an update during the week about like what your potential travel times are via the dog sleds and everything. Is there anything else that you guys want to try to do in Goodmead before you sort of take off from here?
Can't think of anything.
I think it's still time is of the essence sort of stuff. So it's like, all right, yeah, we gotta go.
Okay. All right. Dolan, did you have something or no?
Nope, I agreed.
Okay. All right. Cool. So you guys successfully defended Goodmead. Great job. This dragon has is hard to hit. This dragon has a shit ton of hit points, and it's also got some. It seems like maybe some legendary actions that it's got going on. So we'll see what happens. But good job, and we'll pick it up again next week.
Absolutely, good deal.
Yes, indeedy.
All right, dudes.
All right.
Guys.
Later, everybody.
Ciao.